Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the W.E.Podcast. My name is Amanda, and I am, once again, as always, wouldn't have it any other way, joined by the one and only Dr. Art. Good morning, Dr. Art.
Good
How are you?
morning. I'm fine.
Good,
How
good,
are
very
you?
good. I'm good. It is late night in Toronto. It is morning time for you in Mumbai. I'm highlighting where we are currently because today's episode, we are going to give our listeners the long-awaited recap of your latest visit. That's right, Dr. Art was in Canada, and this episode is called The Return of Dr. Art. The first edition of this was Dr. Art in Canada a few episodes back. If you haven't taken a listen, highly recommend, because this was Dr. Art's third time in Canada, and we're only going to go over this visit, not the other two. So you got to go back and listen to the other episode to catch up on how she was received the first two times and how she enjoyed. Do you miss Canada yet? Now
I
that you're
miss you
back?
guys.
Oh, we miss you too. Uh, you know, like for I think at least the week after you left, like I don't even think we had like a bed that we put up for you. I don't even think we took it down. We were just like thinking every day like about your visit and but uh but we're gonna get into some of the I guess the happenings or like the experience this time around. Um, so I'll just dive in. Uh, I want to know because it's your third visit in Canada, right? So, what were some of the things that you did for the first time in this visit, like that you hadn't done in the other two?
I met Chloe. I met Nonna.
Yes, yes, that's
I
right.
stayed with you.
Yes. So it's definitely our first time, like, well, not our first time, like, I guess, like
No, but in
living
your
together. I guess for
own
like the
home.
full
Yeah.
month, but yes, yeah, in my turf, if you will.
Yeah.
And Chloe is the cat is our cat. She was also featured in the episode about pets. Not a pet peeve. Chloe is not a pet peeve. But yes, you guys got along really well, and she loves you.
Then, yeah. And then one more thing I did. We did photo strips at the movie. The
Yes,
old.
the
That
old.
was for the
Oh my
first time I
gosh.
did. Then I saw Ripley's aquarium with my friend. That was also. I didn't do it last time.
The famous Ripley's Aquarium right downtown near the CN Tower. You know what's funny? I've actually never been. So there's like a funny thing. I'm assuming it's the same for any city. When you live in a city, you don't see the city unless somebody comes to visit, and then you're like thinking, okay, well, I got to do fun stuff. But how was the aquarium? What was your highlight?
Oh, it was a nice chat with my friend, and we had like it was the way designed for us only. Like we were walking when we were tired, we were seeing the and all the fish and all the like sea creatures, turtle, say like jellyfish, all were giving me so zen vibe. I was feeling like
Yeah,
just relaxed and happy to see all the
very
different colors because I love water and like
yes.
water may be my element, I don't know, but somehow feel connected to it, and it was a like zen experience for me and with my friends, so it was definitely like that was a cherry on top.
Yes, and this is the same friend that you tried Tim's for the first time with, or so like that
No,
she's been your
no,
friend since your first visit,
she
right, to
was
Canada?
actually she is my friend. How? Because when the first time I visited Canada, she had BNB Airbnb, like she had
Ah, okay.
women's hostel she was running that time.
Yeah,
That time I think Airbnb was not the term, so it was
yeah.
women's bed and breakfast something. I forgot the name of the that, and I booked her for a month because she was staying with a roommate that time. So that's how I know her, and
Ah,
then that's how we became friend, and we are still friends, and I think hopefully we will be friends.
that's no, that's awesome. I hope so too, and I think it sounds like you will be based on the relationship you guys have. And hey, she's a nice Italian girl, I know that. So I have high hopes as an Italian that because we're pretty loyal people.
No, she's
So
very nice.
so very good. Yeah. And you
I'm
met
grateful.
Nonna. And
Yeah, Nonna was the best part of my trip, and I could see her twice.
yes, you got to see her twice. So you tried gnocchi and polenta. And
Polenta.
Nonna was featured,
That's
folks,
what
in
my first
the
time. I was next thing what I was going to say, that I tried those
the
dish for the first time.
for the first time. And Nonna, folks, was featured in the trailer for the second episode. I think we talked about food. So
Then
we
I
talked
visit.
about Nonna a lot in that episode. Yeah.
Then I
And
visited
then
the
you,
temple for the first time with you. That was my
yes.
first. I visited that first time. What else was first time? Many things actually, but no, I got pink eye. That was first time in Canada.
Oh my gosh, that was such a
Comic book
crazy
store.
experience.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
yes, the comic book
Your
store.
voice
Oh
was
no,
cracking. Sorry.
uh, no, no problem. I was just gonna say really quickly, the only thing that, like, it was funny when, because here in Canada you can go to a pharmacist to diagnose certain things. So because it looked like bacterial pink eye, we went to the pharmacist. But I just recall in the appointment you telling her that, like, yeah, actually back home I'm a doctor, and her whole tone changed and she was asking you for advice. Like, it was kind of like you guys were leaning on each other the same, because you knew that she had the authority, but she respected that you had the knowledge. Oh my gosh, I was laughing. So I was like, this is like the definition of Canada in my mind. Like, of like people like like what I remember Canada to be growing up. That this woman, like, as soon as you said that you're a doctor, she like recognized that, like, oh, so back home you'd be making this decision. Like, who am I to argue with you? Like, it was so funny to me. I respected her so much when I recognized that in her. But sorry, you were saying.
I was saying comic book store was the first time for me. Then trying Jose's pizza was the first time for me.
A bit of a side story. Can I tell the story, or do you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
tell
you
it?
can, you can, you can tell.
So we got like our favorite pizza that we get. It's called North of Brooklyn. Big shout out. If you're in the city, they have a few locations. If you're in Toronto, it's beautiful. Get the margarita pizza. You won't regret it. If you're a meat eater, I'm assuming they have a lot of options, so you'll probably like something there too. But we always get margarita because we're veggie. Anyways, I'm just delaying the embarrassing part of the story for me, but it's very funny. So we get this pizza. We don't have like a huge table that we eat at, but everything fits. And I was so excited because we got cheese pizza and margarita, and I wanted to show Dr. Art the pizza. But I didn't realize that as I was lifting the lid of the pizza, I knocked over a giant glass of water, and I spilt water onto the pizza, onto Dr. Art. Um, Pretty much like, I didn't ruin the meal, but I certainly wouldn't let her eat that piece of pizza after that. And so we lovingly called it Hoses Pizza because it was waterlogged. We're just being real here, folks. We're very real people who are capable of being imperfect.
No
Oh
problem.
man, but
But it was
so,
fun. It
sometimes
made
moments
fun.
like that are the
It made
best.
pizza more fun. Don't you think that we could have just like
Yes,
had pizza and this will with us forever? And I could check on my
forever.
rapid dry pants also. Like that day, luckily I was
Yes,
wearing those pants.
it also reinforced that you are one of the smartest people I know, because you were just naturally had bought these like rapid dry shorts and happened to be wearing them. But I was like, you are a genius. Like, because you were wearing those, you also weren't like soaking wet for the meal. um,
Then I had
what
a
else?
walk with you. That was for first time with me. For first time for me.
Yes.
Then what
You
else?
showed
What
me that
else?
trail. I'd never been on that trail before, and it's right near where we live. So like, yeah. Um, what else? Was that the first time? Is that how many movies have you seen in a month? Did you set a record or
I
set a
think
record for going to the movie theater so much in a month?
so.
Because we
Theater
went
we
so
watched four.
often.
Theater we watched
I
four,
think so.
and total I think 29 movies.
29. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Did you
wow.
remember we
Well, I
made a
mean,
list while coming back on flight? I
yes.
was making a list, and 29
Yeah.
on ground and on flight coming back was I think seven more.
Wow. And that's where we got the idea for the Adam Sandler episode, which,
Yes.
by the way, folks, if you haven't seen the Adam Sandler episode, go back and watch, because it'll just give you like a list of movies so you can catch up with us for watching 29 in 1 month. But Happy Gilmore 2 trailer is out. Folks, I highly recommend go
I
and watch
told
this
you, no?
trailer if you haven't
Remember
seen
we had
it.
this
Oh,
conversation. I
yes.
think I think before that episode we had this conversation.
Yes.
It will be
Yeah, but
coming on
it's
Netflix. I think.
Yes, I was gonna ask you if you're visiting the theater in July because we will be definitely. I want to go and watch that. Or sorry, it's on Netflix. We don't even have to go to the theater.
Yep.
Even better, folks, check it out. I'm just gonna take every opportunity to do a plug for Adam Sandler now because that episode made and watching all those movies reminded me of how much I love that
Yeah.
actor, that
It
guy.
reminded us of our
Um,
childhood,
yeah.
like not childhood, childhood,
Yes,
but like that feeling.
yes, absolutely. I completely agree. So I guess on the thread of childhood and family, like what was like a highlight on like a family front for you in
Oh,
this visit?
so still back to Nonna and Chloe. Like Chloe
Yeah,
gave me so much warmth because I'm not used to stay around cats because I don't have, and she accepted me like on the first day, I guess, and then she slowly warmed up to me. She had treats from my hand. She gave me
she ate
headbutt.
treats from your
Yeah.
hand. Yeah.
And
Oh yes.
she gave me headbutt. She let me kiss her, which was new for me.
Yeah.
And like she has given me all the different emojis in my life, like from being sassy to being sweet. I like my
Yeah.
when I was not doing, and like, because one more thing I did I will tell you that was social media detox. Like I didn't go on
Yeah.
any social media during that month, like if required maybe just to check something like
Yeah.
our podcast or something, to promote that, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's it, I think. And I was very happy with that. That gave me like it lifted off some weight on me. So I right now I'm also
Hmm.
following that. I'm only doing like in 5 minutes, so that's it. I'm not watching reels by reels and wasting my time on the social media. That helped me a lot
Yeah.
because I visited Canada. So when I was doing,
Oh,
I
that's
was
very good.
relaxing, and Chloe would come and sit near me, and then I'll just observe her moves, and that gave me a zen feeling. She was
Yeah.
my she was my calm in chaos, you can say.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And to be honest, I feel like that's why a lot of people have pets. And that's certainly like, I always joked with people before I could afford even streaming services. Like when I was like super broke, I was like, I did not need TV because I had Chloe. That cat is so interesting to just watch anything she does. You just take like 5 minutes out of your day and watch her and you'll never be bored. Like she just exists and she's so like,
Yep.
at peace always.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then visiting Nonna and eating her meal, discussing things with her in our broken English, and then watching that TV show with her. She was so
Yes.
excited. I could see a kid in her, and that made me like happy.
Oh, she loves cooking
And
shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that rain,
Yes.
unexpected 5 minutes rain, and she was, you were not around me, and she was like, "Look at that jackass kid," and I was like, "Oh my god, where is Amy?"
So my nonna is, folks. I give a bit of context.
Because why
My
I am saying this, because first
yeah,
time, first visit, she was just being
feeling
very
comfortable.
conscious about being around me.
Yeah. Well, so no, and Nonna is like one of those people, when they say self-taught, like she never got to go to school growing up. She always had to work and support the family. She's the eldest sibling. She raised the other siblings, and so she's a very like a tough woman. Very beautiful, warm personality, but she's very like uh, almost unforgiving with her words sometimes, and she does it with love. It's what made me so tough as a person, to be honest, and I respect her for it all the time. But so there was like this flash, like thunderstorm while we were there, and my nonna, in her concern for that child, probably was like, "Look at this kid!" Like basically, like saying like
Because
how
what he was
stupid it
doing,
is. He's
I'll
in the
tell what he was
rain.
doing
Yeah,
also. The rain, because of the wind, it was a windy day, so because of the
yeah,
wind, the rain was flowing on one direction, and the
yeah.
kid was very small kid with the raincoat. He was driving on the rain, like
Yeah.
towards the rain, opposite of the wind direction. And he's like, what
It
he's
was
doing,
an
he could have
accurate
just waited for
comment.
2 minutes.
Yeah. It was a very accurate comment, but it was very much something my nonna would say. That's so funny. And that does
uh,
mean she felt comfortable around
and
you,
that
for
moment
sure.
I realized that she is comfortable with me.
Yes, yes. Definitely. So uh what about some of like your favorites from the trip? Like what were some of your oh, and we forgot one of the first. Did you talk about the shoe museum? Did you mention Bada?
That's what I was thinking, but because we got into
Mm,
conversation, I didn't say
yeah.
the Bata Shoe Museum was also the first,
Uh, I
and
have to say,
we didn't pay
yeah,
for it.
yes. So and I'm sorry, I hope nobody figures out what day we went to Bada Museum and we don't get the workers in trouble, but we showed up like maybe an hour before closing. So we weren't even it was like
Yeah,
we didn't have that much time anyways, and they were setting up for
yeah,
an event. So when we walked in, they're like, "So we're gonna let you in for free today," and we thought they were joking. We started laughing, and then
yeah.
had this awkward moment where we stopped and they weren't laughing. We said, "Oh, you're serious? Cool, thank you." Uh, but it was like I thought it was pretty cool. Like what was your favorite exhibit? Because there was like a few different exhibits about like history of shoes in the world and crime and I think like
So my favorite
yeah,
exhibit are two actually. The one which had art.
yes,
Do you remember the one which
yes,
said art in museum, where
yeah,
they showed all different kind of sneakers with
different
famous
styles,
because
graffiti. Ce n'est pas une
for
pipe was
me it is
there.
a common blend of both of my jobs. Like I'm
Yeah,
a diabetic foot specialist and I'm a Dr. Art also. So
yeah,
for me that was a perfect blend, and I could see I have done shoe painting in for Shiv, for Mom, for
yeah.
Roxy, for
You decorated shoes for me.
uh, for you, I don't
You
remember.
didn't
Did
paint,
have
but
I done it?
the yeah, the wedding ones, the gold
Yeah, I
ones.
designed for I
Yeah,
for
you
your
designed
yeah,
those
yeah.
for the
So that
photo
was
shoot.
not painting, but I designed the shoes for your wedding clothes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I
Uh,
did. So that was shoes are like some shoes are something which I'm very fond of. So I like, and I like comfort. It's not that
yeah,
just it should be looking. If it is not comfortable for me, then even if the most beautiful looking shoes will not be for
doesn't
me,
matter. Yeah, I
So
totally agree.
those gave me like oh, I have also like that time I never realized that it can be this also.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then the other part was very interesting, and because I like crime and mystery and all those things. The part where we saw all the Sherlocks and how they
yes,
detected from olden time, detected they used to detect crime from the shoes, and
yes.
that part
Things
was
they
very
hid in their
interesting.
shoes in prison and different, like in Dawn jail and other prisons, like to help them escape. And yeah, yeah, that was very cool. The Bata is a shoe company, right? So it's like a shoe company sponsoring, but like folks, I think it's free on Sundays and it's pretty cheap. If you're in Toronto and you don't want to pay like top dollar for a museum, but you want to get a museum experience, it's an interesting one for sure. The Bata Shoe Museum. Uh, yeah,
And one thing which I realized, that no matter, like, we are world is so big, right?
yeah,
No matter which part of world we are, we had some similarities in the footwear. Did you see that? Not now.
yes,
I'm not
yep.
talking about now, because now, because of the social media, we
It's
can
all
easily
yeah,
know what is happening in the other corner. But in the olden time, they showed the olden shoes,
yes.
like you see from like people must be traveling that time, how somehow, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, go sharing ideas or like there are other conversations we could have about why we all came to the same conclusion then if we didn't speak to each other. How is it that India, China, Italy, like you look at all of the like
We
ancient
saw all
cultures.
the different things, and it was like some common things you could see in all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's kind of like a nice connection to this podcast in general. Like we call ourselves the West East podcast, but really if you go back to the first episode, folks, our aim is beyond the fact that we find our conversations interesting and we think you might as well. We're from different parts of the world, like quite literally an ocean apart. And um although there are obviously differences, there's a lot of similarities in how we think and what we believe, and it's not just because we're sisters, like a sister-in-law. It's like who we are as people. So I think that's like a shoe representation. Then it's a West East shoe representation. But it's interesting to think about it, right? How we could like not speak before and then speak and be like, hey, wait a minute, we think a lot of the same things and we had different upbringings, right? Or different influences or different icons to look to, or
Country,
yeah, even spoke
cultures
different
were
languages
totally
growing up.
different. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. For me, like speaking English was a big task. In like before 2002, I was not able to speak fluently. Also,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
you're
to
self-taught,
work my
right?
way up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible, by the way. Like I'm trying to learn Gujarati. I'm learning French, like trying to be fluent in French first because it's the this like second language. I don't mean in a ranking order, but just another language in Canada. That's a national one, so it's important to me. But I'm trying to learn Gujarati. I'm looking at like okay resources, books, this that. You said you watched movies and you learned English. Um,
Yeah. I used to
that's
watch movie to learn English, how they speak, how they form sentences.
yeah, like you're a genius. To me, that's like you're a genius. Like I watch Hindi movies and I'm like, nope, I don't know any more Hindi, but I do know that I like Bollywood. Like, that's all I learned. I'm like, man, I have no idea what a Jay Davekin said, but I love that he said it. And like Kajol, you're killing it. But that's funny. Okay, sorry. Back to Canada. Back to Canada. Um, are there any other
So one
firsts
more
that you
thing
want to mention? Yeah.
one more thing which I enjoyed was celebrating Nonna's birthday.
Yes. Yeah, we made a cake, which folks, the cookie videos are real. You can make a cake out of cookies. That was like, and it was good too. No offense, but I wasn't sure how it was gonna turn out. I trusted you, but I was like, I really don't know. But it was very good. Like it was very yummy, very moist. We also made that cheesecake. We made the famous Biscoff no bake cheesecake.
Lotus Biscoff, no bake
Yeah.
cheesecake. It was good,
Oh
no?
wow, it was very
I
good.
still remember she's expression is, what was that?
Yeah, yeah, yes. Shibum was a bit hesitant to try it, understandably so. Like it's like this homemade cheesecake. We didn't have a proper pan for it, so we just put it in like a cake pan, and then he tried it, and he's like, "So what are you guys gonna eat? Because I'm gonna eat all of this." He's like- so what was your favorite then? What would you say was some of your favorite? Like we've talked about them a little bit, it sounds like, but some of your favorite moments of the trip.
Oh, it has all those things which we did. Then I could visit again my HTO park and sit
Yes.
there quietly and did my introspection and set some of my goals and whatever I had to let go of past. I tried to, release
Mm,
those emotions in that Zen place. Then cooking was my favorite part. We didn't talk
yeah.
about cooking. I loved cook.
Yes.
We it was like a little bit challenging for me because it was different
Yeah.
uh, kitchen
Set
for me,
up
but
the
I enjoyed
coil.
cooking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we the like do you remember that day there was so much of rain and we when we were going for temple we got whole soaked,
Oh my gosh.
like
Yeah, we looked like we
literally,
went
and that
swimming.
was like it reminded me of my childhood. Me and Shiv used to go on the terrace for that.
Yes, well, during monsoon. Well, so we had a monsoon in Canada. It felt like, oh my gosh, it rained so much that day. We were going to temple visit and then we were going to dinner afterwards. And by the time we got to dinner, we looked like we all swam there. Like we swam down the Don River or something. It was, that was a
And
lot of
same
fun.
thing, yeah, and same thing like the last movie which we saw, and before that I
Yes.
was meeting my friends, so I had to come, and then we just left the Lawrence Market, and oh my god, from where the rain came in, I was like, how will I go? That was
That
hilarious
was
day.
just
Oh my
that
god,
was just
and she saved
Canada
the day.
missing you already.
Yeah.
Canada was like she's leaving tomorrow, and then it rained because the sky was crying. uh, but yeah,
Oh my god.
there was something very funny about that too. That it just started downpouring that day, and we were seeing a movie after your visit with your friend. Oh
And
my
movie
gosh.
turned out to be really good, and we didn't miss the movie in spite of me being stuck in the rain.
Yes. Yeah, no, we everything worked out as it should, and that was Accountant 2 we saw that night.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing movie. Big applause for the whole team involved in that one cuz oh my god, The Accountant was very good and I was like, are they going to be able to top it? And they absolutely did. Like yeah. I don't even want to give any
Then
spoilers. I'm just going to say it's really good.
visit to Bay Video.
Yes, the Bay
So many things we
Video.
did. We did
Yeah.
small things, but that matters to us.
Yes. Yeah. I one of the things I kept saying about this trip was like you will define like the schedule, you know what I mean, like for outings and stuff that we want to do. I wanted you to. And you helped us a lot while you were here. Like not just like your presence there and like helping, you know what I mean, in general, but like the cooking you said. So folks, Dr. Art, her art doesn't just extend to like paintbrush and like awesome scrapbooking and journaling. Like you're an artist in the kitchen too, and you taught me a lot about like furthering my knowledge about like Gujarati style cooking and different dishes that I'm still doing. So, and I can now make roti from scratch because of you. Mom showed me when I was in Gujarat, but you perfected it on the coil stove. It's a lot tougher, and you found the best pan. I'm not going to say from where because I don't want to give the spoiler. They'll take it away or raise the price. But folks, link us if you want to know where we got the pan for the coil stove because it will surprise you. uh,
Oh
so
my god.
the only thing left then to cover is what was unrealized. What's on the bucket list for your next Canada visit? Because we want you back
So,
already.
like the purpose I had to visit was, obviously, I'm not going to say, but some things I had planned in my head,
Hmm.
which I didn't do at all.
Yeah,
Not even a single thing I did which I had planned in my head. But I did so many more things which, like, it has their own importance in my head.
yeah,
Like that trip was unbelievable. Like sometimes, succumb to universe desire
yeah,
and being open is the best thing that I learned from that trip. Like
yeah.
if you something doesn't go your plan, that's fine.
Hmm.
Whatever happens for your greater good. That I started believing after that trip.
Yeah, I love that.
And
Oh,
the next thing which I want to visit is our island is there.
Toronto
Then
Island. Yeah,
then so many things. I have my list. I still have my list. I don't
yeah.
have it right now, but I have my list.
After I was gonna say we should go to the CN Tower next time you're here, but now that I saw the newest Final Destination movie, I don't want to go up any towers anytime soon. And that's not a spoiler. That's the first scene. But yeah, when you come, then we will tackle
And we
your
can
list
go
next
together
time.
for HTO Park if you haven't seen.
Yes,
Then Lawrence Market we can go together. Then
yes,
St. James Church we can. I love that church. That
yeah,
surroundings and the park and everything. It's amazing. I visited almost all the three times I was
yeah.
there. So that is like universe speaking to me. Like I was saying that it's okay. I couldn't go. I always has visited St. Lawrence and that St. James
Yeah.
because that was the first day out when we went. Me and Ari went our day out. This was the things which we did,
Hmm.
and that because that's how it held that special place in my mind. And I was like, no, it's okay if I don't get to do it this time. I'll do it next time. That's fine. And when I visited Roxy, and somehow it turned out to be, I visited St. Lawrence also. I went through the St. James
St.
also, and I was like,
James.
oh, I did it. I didn't have to plan it, but I did it.
It was just meant to be. Uh, that's awesome. Well, we were obviously happy to have you here, and like it was just so nice. I really was thinking, like, man, if you lived here, like it would work. Like we would all just be neighbors and like hang out all the time. Uh, but I mean, it was the same when we were in India. I thought the same thing. I was like, man, if we lived in India, then we would all just be together all the time. So every time we get together,
Yeah,
it's a good time. Well, I'll give you the
yeah.
final word though. Do you want to say anything about Toronto? About any advice to
So when
travelers
you
or
said
any?
when
Yeah.
you said neighbors, it reminded me our Sunday afternoon with Mr. Glenford also. That
Yes.
reminded me of that
Yes.
was so nice. We spoke. It was just a normal conversation, and
Yeah.
the kid was running on bicycle, and I felt like I was in a 90s movies or something that time. That was a very special
Yeah,
afternoon.
we're very lucky that where we live, we do have a community. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's like I don't, I'm not going to call it a West End Toronto thing because the East End, they have community there too. But I think maybe you just find, right? Even in the city, we need each other. And so we're very fortunate to have the neighbors that we have. And yeah, I'm glad you got to meet them and experience it. And it's every time we all get together and talk like that, that's exactly what it feels like. Like a time before cell phones and before the internet when you would just go outside and talk to people like and ask them how their day is and you know what's going on in their life. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
you're always welcome here, Dr. Art. So um I'm glad that we got to stroll down memory lane. Is there anything left unsaid? You want a final word? I'll give you.
Many things. The final word is like that, make your plans, but if it doesn't work, go with the flow, and that will be your, you will discover some very hidden treasures in the
Yeah.
in the like process or in the journey, you can say.
Yeah, and I mean, this will be talked about in a different episode that you folks will have to tune into as well. But it kind of sparked like inspiration or invigorating like morning routine for you too when you got back, right? So,
Yep.
and I know you're gonna unpack that in a different episode. So I won't say any more about that, but. That's awesome. I think it's a great final word. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Uh, did do you have a favorite spot in Toronto? I think we said this in the previous episode, but if you missed the chance to comment or you love it so much you want to comment again, do so in the comments. If you have questions about where anything we listed, you can put them and we'll give a better descriptor for you. But thank you for tuning in once again. That will be it for the episode today. Yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Say bye, Dr.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye everybody.
So one for my city, two for my city. God knows what I wouldn't do for my city. Three for my city, four for my city. No, I'm the one who'd go to war for my city. Five for my city, six is my city. Holla at me if y'all vibe with my city. Come try on my city, don't you lie in my city. Symbol of truth, I'll fight for my city.
The West-East podcast is part of the We campaign, also known as Anti-East Indian Hate Campaign by Vairagya Entertainment. You can weigh in on the conversation in the meantime in our comments section or on our social media. You can also visit www.imshivam.net/w.e. Remember, Vasudev Kutumbakam. We are all one family. Until next time.